All right, greetings. In this lesson, we are going to go over trading fours in the jazz genre, specifically the up-tempo stuff at quarter equals 200. This is going to be especially helpful to anybody doing those regional slash all-state auditions where you have to be able to trade fours at 200. All right, so what we're going to do, as you can see over to the other side here, boop, 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 we're going to go over these 4-bar breaks here. So these come from the great Philly Joe Jones. You can actually see his name right here on my shirt, Philly Joe, from a tune called Billy Boy off the Milestones record, which is by Miles Davis. So tune, Billy Boy, Miles Davis, band leader, and the drummer, Philly Joe Jones. If you have not heard of Philly Joe Jones, go ahead and check him out. All right, so let's get into these breaks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play each one slowly, give a couple ideas, suggestions, and then I'll put them all in context at tempo. So number one, here's it at slowly. And what I'm going to note here is we have our notes with the line through. Those are typically stick shots. I'm going to interpret those a little differently. I may play those as a flam, maybe a drag. So I'm going to stretch these out a little bit. That's kind of the point. So feel free to do the same as you're working through these as well. We don't have to play them to the T. These are just ideas to help build our solo vocabulary. All right, so the first one slow would be like this. All right, one other spot to note, we have that tied note on the end of the second bar, and then coming in. With that, at tempo, I might not even come back until a third partial of that triplet, not the second. So again, whatever kind of works out when it's comfortable for you. But what I would advise is pay attention to what hand that accent comes in on the third bar, beat 4. So again. Right, that time the accent ended up on my left. So just something to be aware of, pay attention to. Also, worth spending some time with just that. That little figure right there. That's a good one, especially when we get up to tempo. You can take that, move it all around the kit. All right. Fill number 2. I'm going to interpret this one a little bit different too. We also have those stick shots. I'm probably going to play those as flams this time. But then we have 9-stroke rolls. Now, on Philly Joe's kit, his drums were like jazz tunes, so they're up a little tighter. More tension, easier to roll on. My kit, I kind of have it rock tuned right now, so the little less tension, a little harder to roll on. So instead of playing those as a roll, I'm just going to play those as 16th notes. All right, so like for example, let me just play it. So all 9-stroke rolls, I'm just gonna play as 16th notes, single strokes like this. So. All right, now you could get, if you want to get slick, there is those stick shots in there at the end, which is really cool. The reason I'm not doing the stick shots is because I'm playing match script, and I simply do not like the sound. I prefer to do my stick shots with traditional, which you could try and do. Absolutely, go for it. But sure, we can get it there. I don't know. Doesn't feel right to me, so I'm not doing it. But yeah, so 16th notes on that one more time. Right, and really cool when he does that kind of over the bar phrase. And you can move that, you can add other drums in there too. Right, so you could take that idea, stretch it out a little bit. Again, this is just to build your vocabulary. All right, fill number 3, we got some hi-hat business here. Right, so the trick is just figuring out, like, I have determined I like to play that hi-hat part with 2 hands. You could do it with 1. But we are doing these at an up-tempo, so 2 hands is good there. And you can be a little liberal with where your openings are. Again, we're using this to build vocabulary, our own ideas. I might let that last one ring out a touch. And then we get a little space. All right, at the very end there. Cool. So pretty straightforward on that one. Number 4, pretty fun one. Again, a lot of stick shots here. Um, and then yeah, basically breaking up a pattern with got the bass drum in between and some ride. That'll go like this. I'll play it with flames. Really cool phrase. And you could take those flames. Another fun way to do that is put them on orchestrate them on the toms. Or mix it up at another tom. Woo! I kind of substituted some times for the riot cymbal too. That was neat. So just exploring some ideas. What else could we get out of these? But yeah, that's number 4. Number 5, pretty fun one here, especially when we get up tempo. The trick, as you can see, the sticking notated with number 5. We want to start with the left. That's going to make it easier to pull off the floor tom hit on beat 4. If you start on the right, whoa, that could get all kinds of crazy. All right, pretty straightforward on that one. You could sub that time out for something else if you want to extend it a little further, but pretty straight ahead there. All right, number 6. Cool, let's check this one out. All right, so the trick here is a lot of space going on. And again, there's that tide thing. If you come in on like the third partial of the triplet, no big deal. Again, it's going to happen pretty quickly. All right, and yeah, what's tricky is that last measure, right hand on the floor tom is going to kind of get you there. All right, so just being mindful of the sticking there. 7, we have a little pickup hit on beat 4 before we get into it. Get another straight ahead one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so really just working on swinging that nicely. Kind of similar to number 1, that right, getting that bass drum pattern swinging nice. And number 8, hi-hat business. And again, more of some of the same ideas we had in 7 and 1. So that one's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, could probably do that hi-hat part a little smoother. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, more accurate there. All right, so that's basically what's happening with that one. Some similar ideas we've already worked out. So now let's put this whole thing together. So for a quick reference, just to get myself dialed in and get it in your ears, here's that 200 tempo. Here's that click. All right. So let me get that in my ears and let me get back on my screen here. And all right, I'm going to play the whole thing down, trading 4s as a final demo. Let me get this mic out of my face. All right, cool. So there you have 8 solos and a couple other notes on that. And On the audition, you only need really 3. So you can pick your 3 favorite, 3 you're most comfortable with, and go from there. I would probably eliminate 8 for myself because I messed that one up at the end. No big deal. Uh, just got a little stumble on the hi-hat. But yeah, some other notes. As far as when you're playing the time, try to make that interesting. You know, effective times when it works, but add in a little of the snare drum and bass drum stuff to really like take you up a level. Stuff like that add a little extra flair to your performance. But there you go. Some 4-bar drum breaks taken from the great Philly Joe Jones. Woo. Go check him out. Go listen to the tune. But yeah, take these ideas, stretch them out, make them your own. Try to incorporate them into your playing, and hopefully that'll help you out getting ready for audition time. But all right, that's it for our lesson today. Have fun. Keep up that practice.